So another interesting podcast today. This one is about how C. diff is symptomatically different in infants compared to adults. And if you may recall, just in reference to GI, C. diff infections are really kind of the principally archetypical infective agents of the colon. So if you have colitis and it's infective, it's C. diff until proven otherwise. And this podcast was actually on a really interesting finding, and it was based off of the fact that C. diff is commonly found in infant and neonatal colon. However, it doesn't produce C. diff colitis. And so there's several different reasons brought up on this podcast. One of them was the fact that maybe the infants have decreased toxin receptor production in their neonatal colons. Another was that maternal antibodies may prevent the transmission. And so this is just kind of based off of the fact that I believe for the first 4 to 6 months, IgG from the maternal placenta provides immunity for the infants. There's also discussion over whether or not the neonatal microbiome may play a role, such that the neonatal microbiome may outcompete C. diff and therefore inhibit the proliferation of the bacteria. And then there was just further discussion also, maybe the virulence of the bacteria itself could actually be altered within the infant. Regardless, I thought that was really interesting because, at least in my own studies, C. diff colitis is typically associated with an older patient. Pediatric patients are typically not differentially considered for this sort of infection in terms of colitis. But either or, I'll include the link to this podcast in the description.